Hi, my name is Peg, and I welcome you back to my living room for another session of Namaste at Home Yoga. This time we're going to do something a little bit different. I know if you're anything like me, you need some laughter in your life right now. So I am going to offer for you to do something different, not our usual yoga session, but we're going to play a game instead. It's called Goat Yoga. I got it as a gift, and yeah, check out the YouTube videos. There really is such a thing as goat yoga with real live goats. Nicely, this one just comes with a imitation goat that you actually inflate. But you don't need to have a goat for this one. You can use any stuffed animal that you have around the house. You could use a pillow if you wanted to. Heck, you can use a roll of toilet paper if you want to really make it funny. Anyway, I want to show you what goat yoga looks like. So this is the game called Goat Yoga, a party game. And on the box, it says, balance the goat, be the goat. And there's different sets of cards that, well, I'll show you the score pad first. So that way, if you actually are playing with family members, you have 5 different rounds. Put your name or maybe your team down, and then you accumulate points by holding a pose and achieving what they're asking you to do on the cards. Most of the time what you do is mix all of these cards together and then you draw the cards. But today we're going to have a established practice and kind of do it like a normal flow, but get ourselves warmed up, do some warrior poses, that type of thing, and then we'll still be playing with the goat. Anyway, so there is ready, set, goat. Those are the ones that we're going to use today. So that way, anybody that's playing, even if you're home alone, you can do that. There is bleeding to the beat. So you have to think of a song and then hold poses while bleeding the melody until somebody guesses it. Oh, that could go on forever. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't practiced my bleeding either. And then wild, buck wild are just wild cards, and so you get to like do a peek at the top 3 cards, or there's one that says the goat peed on your mat, and so you miss a turn. And then there's also float your goat. So with these, you can do them with any of the poses that we do today, and you're going to strike the pose, and then you're supposed to bat the goat 5 times to keep it afloat. If it falls, if you only bat it 3 times, then you don't earn the point and you just move on and the next person gets to go. There are also some partner cards. So if you're playing with 2 or more people, you can do any of these. And what you want to do is the same deal, is to choose a partner and hold this pose for 5 seconds without dropping the goat. If you do, both you and your partner get the point. So if you notice on all the cards, they're just worth 1 point. But it might include some strategy, especially if one person's way ahead. Maybe you don't choose them to do the pose. So that way, maybe somebody that's down on scores, you can be kind and compassionate that way. All right, let's get started. All right, we are going to find a nice comfortable seat on our mat. So just lower yourself on down, and hopefully you've got some comfy clothes on, and you've got your stuffed animal. It can be a little puppy, it could be an Easter bunny rabbit, it could be, a favorite one of mine was corduroy bear. And as I mentioned before, you could even use the toilet paper. I would suggest not opening up that little tab though. So I've got the goat here, and I might be changing things out just so you can see some different things going on. So what we're going to do is just find that nice comfortable seat, rock from side to side, get your hips connected with the mat. Also, if you've got socks and shoes on, we're going to remove those so that we have a nice firm grip with our mat and nice straight back. We're going to begin with a little bit of breath work, even though we're going to have some fun. A nice reminder that when we're working on any yoga poses, breath work is really important. And so we want to just get connected with our mat, with our breath. And most of the goat yoga cards, I think all of them say 5 seconds. So instead of 5 seconds, I'm going to go with 5 good solid breaths. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, exhale. Put a smile on your face with the next inhale and exhale. As you want your body to warm up, we can close our lips and keep our exhale going out through the nose instead of through the mouth. Inhaling and exhaling. One more time, we're going to take a nice strong inhale and exhale. And then make sure that your legs are comfortable, maybe switching them around a little bit. You might choose to just sit in that cross-legged style. If it's more comfortable for you, you can put your legs straight out. You can also widen them. But our first card is Goaty Back Ride. And so what they want you to do is to be in a seated position of some sort. And we're going to hold this for 5 seconds or 5 breaths. And you're just supposed to have the goat right on your neck. And we're going to fold forward. So placing your hands on your knees, inhale. And exhale, folding forward. That's 1. Inhale, exhale for 2. 3. 4, 5. Hopefully that was a super easy one for everybody and everybody just earned a point. Our next card is Twisted Tail. And so what we're going to do for this one, we're going to straighten out our right leg, take our left leg and just draw it over the thigh there. Your foot's going to be, your left foot is going to be down on the floor of your mat. And then if you'd like to, you can also bend that right calf in, putting your heel up by your glutes. If that's not comfortable for you, straighten that leg right back out. And then what you're going to do is take your stuffed animal, your imaginary goat, whatever, and we're just going to take a nice strong inhale, sitting up straight and tall, and then we're going to twist over that top leg and enjoy a nice little spinal twist here. But this is inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, what you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So this time, what we're going to do is take that left or right foot and cross it over. Left foot is out straight. If you choose to, you can curl it in toward your hips. Sitting up straight and tall again. And we're going to just take that nice twist over that top thigh. So taking a twist, back hand can go on the back. We're just going to balance our stuffed animal or our goat for 5 nice deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You just earned another point. These are really easy so far. Wait, it'll get more challenging. Next, we're going to lie down on our backs. And this one's called Goat Up. And there's also another one that's just for the other side of your leg, one hoof stretch. So what we're going to do is lie down on the mat. Find that nice comfortable spot. And then we're going to do a legs up the wall with 1 foot, balancing our stuffed animal or our goat. And just enjoying a nice stretch, placing those hands back behind you. You can interlace your fingers. Shoulders are nice and flat on the mat.
Inhaling for 1. Exhaling completely. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Okay, we have to switch legs. I don't know. How about you? Can I do it? Nope. Alrighty. And then release the other foot down on the mat. Interlace those fingers. Whoa! Alrighty. I don't know if I would have earned a point on that one. And this is for the other point. Getting balanced up there and begin our breath work. Inhaling 1. Full exhale. Inhaling 2. Go for 3. 4. And 5. Great. We just earned 2 points for if we managed that. Next, this one's called Windy Billy. And so it's actually called wind relieving pose, and it makes almost everybody snicker in yoga class when we do that. We're going to be down on our backs, and we're just going to have our stuffed animal or your roll of toilet paper, whatever you're working with, on your calf, and we're going to just draw that knee right up toward the chest. Our other leg is going to be straight. Inhaling 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Again, what you do on one side, you want to do on the other, so just exchange that out. That was 1 breath. 2. 3. 4. And 5. We just earned another point. And our next card is going to be called Mama Goat. And this is just tabletop, or if you're used to yoga practice, it's called tabletop. And so some of these are going to be a little more challenging, especially if you're playing by yourself. But hopefully everybody in the room or the house can do it at the same time and just earn your points that way. But you want to take your stuffed animal and see if we can get them balanced up on our back. There we go, I think. Whoa, I had it, I didn't know. Let's try again. I want him to stay there for a couple more poses. There we go. All right, so this is Mama Goat, it's just tabletop. We're gonna do 5 breaths here. That was 2. On my 5th one. All right, and then for our next one, it's called Cat Kid. So we're gonna have our fingers starfish, and that means spreading your fingers out, pushing into your fingertips. Your knees are right underneath your hips. And what we're gonna do is arch our back. See if we can really push it up. Small of the back goes up, shoulders go up, and nose goes under. I'm gonna hold this for 5 breaths as well. And 1 more. Anybody lost their goat yet? Or their stuffed animal? And then our next one is called Cow Kid. And so just like on a regular yoga practice, we have a cow pose, fingers are still starfish, wrists and elbows and shoulders are all lined up. But we're gonna drop our belly down and we're gonna draw our nose up toward the sky. Hopefully our stuffed animal is still balanced. If not, readjust it and continue to breathe. You guys count for me this time. All right. Our next one is for a spinal balance. And so we're going to take our stuffed animal off of our back and we're going to place it on our calf in the back, just so if you're in a kneeling position. And then we're going to come back down to tabletop and see if we can draw that leg up nice and straight, still holding the stuffed animal. And when you're ready, it's on my right leg. So I'm going to draw my left hand forward, hand starfish. And we're going to take, oh, I think I just lost a point. Try it again. Try to take 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, draw in that core if you can. 4, and 5. Hopefully you're smiling through this. That's my goal. If you haven't set your intention for your practice, it's just to have fun. And then we'll switch over to the other leg. Whoa. We're going to draw our coat up and off our leg. Try again. Maybe I need something with a little more weight. All right, extending that calf back, and then draw your right hand forward. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, I lost my point. 4, 5. How are you guys doing? Did yours stay on? I hope so. Alrighty, that one was called Balancing Beards. Next, we're going to do a lunge. And so it's a modified lunge. Let's take our left leg and just draw it up toward the front. Your right knee is down on the mat. And we're going to draw that knee back a little bit. And we're going to stack our ankle and our knee and come up. So all we do is balance that goat on our front thigh, and we're going to inhale our arms up toward the sky. Get back right toes, they're flat on the mat. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, earned a point. We can practice this on the other side. We don't want to be too stretched out on one side and not the other. Inhaling up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully you earned a point on that one. That one was pretty easy. Now this next one is a little bit more of a challenge, especially if you don't have somebody in the house to help you get your stuffed animal up on your booty. So our goal is a downward facing dog. And so a normal downward facing dog, what you do is you step back with your feet, hands are starfish, and then we just make a nice strong V with our body. Now what they want us to do is see if we can get our stuffed animal or our goat up on our hindquarters. So we're going to go up, try to place him up there. And yeah, I might trade him out for something that's a little more weighty. So, yep. especially since I don't have somebody to help me balance him up there for the challenge. All right, and then we'll inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Hopefully you earned your point for that one. And our next one is a goat fort. So what you do is take your goat or your stuffed animal. I think I'm going to have corduroy here maybe this time, and place him up on my shoulder. See if it works. As we go up into a lunge. So let's draw that right foot forward. Maybe the goat. He doesn't seem, he's kind of wobbly. So the goat just comes up on your shoulder. Our right foot is back. Oh, sorry, left foot's back. Right foot is nicely stacked. And then we're just keeping our hands either down on the mat, or we can come up into a full lunge. I don't think we could raise our head all the way up though. Otherwise we're gonna lose our goat. Never mind. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switching legs, stepping back with the other one. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hopefully you earned your point on that one. Our next one is called Graze for Days. And so for this one, it's a forward fold. So again, your stuffed animal or goat needs to be on your booty. And so I'm gonna bring him back. He's got a little bit of weight, and otherwise you'd have somebody help you out to get that goat or stuffed animal or whatever on the backside. So we're gonna inhale up, and then we're gonna just swan dive, taking our stuffed animal with us all the way down to the floor. And then we're gonna reach up and just place it right on the small of our back, maybe right on the glutes, and then we can just fold forward. Allowing hands to come either to shins, down to your ankles, down to the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're gonna inhale back up. And then we're gonna move into our warrior poses. So get your stuffed animal again. We are going to step up toward the front of our mat. And we're gonna take a step back with our right foot. We're gonna have a nice angle on that back foot. So our hips are gonna feel like they're toward the front of the mat. We're gonna stack this knee over our ankle for safety. We should be able to see those toes when we look down. And then we're going to prepare for a warrior 1. And we're gonna inhale our arms up. And we can just grab that goat. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to open up into warrior 2. And for this one, what they want us to do, let me double check, is, balance them on our head. So if you can do that, or if you'd like, maybe you would balance them on your arm. If the head doesn't work for whatever stuffed animal you've got going on. Now, if this doesn't make you laugh a little bit, I don't know what will. But we're gonna strike that warrior 2 pose. Our back foot is now perpendicular on the mat. You're gonna be having your hips open to the side. Our gaze is gonna go over to that middle finger in the front. And you should still be able to glance down and see your toes. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. For the next one on this side, we're going to do the triangle pose. And so for a triangle pose, we're going to straighten that front leg with a little bit of a micro bend in it for safety. And the back foot's still going to be in that perpendicular line, so our hips are going to be opened up toward the side of our mat. And they want us to place our goat on a rib cage. So your stuffed animal, you just hold him there for a minute. And we're going to straighten our spine and just begin to hinge toward the side, allowing your head to draw closer toward the foot. And then we're going to drop our left hand down toward the calf, the left calf. And your right arm is going to go up, holding for 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, I just lost a point. 5. I hope you made it. And then we're going to switch sides. So we're going to step back up toward the front of the mat, stepping back with our left foot. Right foot's in the front, getting a nice sturdy front tabletop going on there with that thigh. Knees over the ankle, still you can see the toes. Back foot's got a strong angle, so if you notice, my hips are going to be facing the back side of my mat or the front side of the mat, whatever you want to think of it as. And then we're going to inhale our arms up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, not 6. Where am I going? And then we're going to adjust our foot again for our Goat Warrior 2. So we can take that goat, place him back on the head or stuffed animal. You can place him on your arms if you'd like. Yeah, well, maybe you shouldn't be facing you that way. And we're going to just adjust that back foot. So our hips are open toward the side of the mat. Gaze is still over that middle finger. Still see those toes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Hopefully you made it as well. Now I'm going to try that tricky triangle again. I'm going to take my goat and place him on my rib cage. Hope he stays there this time. Straighten that front leg, still keeping your foot in the back. And then I'm going to just slowly let my hand come down that shin. Place my hand, the back of my hand, on the inside of my calf. And then extend my left hand up toward the sky. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, oh no, 4, and 5. I hope you're better at triangle than I am. Or keeping the goat there anyway. Alrighty. That one was called Goat Love Triangle. For the next one, we're going to keep our feet toward the side of our mat. And what we're going to do is hinge forward. So we're going to practice this at first without our stuffed animal, because what you're going to need to do is put him on your back side again. So we're just going to make a nice flat back at first. And then eventually we're going to just walk our hands down our shins. You can place hands in the center. But we're going to reach for our goat or whatever stuffed animal. Place him up on our back. See if we can get him to stand there. Kind of on facing you guys. Alrighty. And then we're still going to fold forward. So he probably needs to be back by on the glutes more, or your hind side. Inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Awesome. Hopefully that one wasn't too bad. Our next one is called Stanky Planky. So if you know what a plank looks like, what we're gonna do is you can take your goat, and they have them up on the shoulder area. And so we'll make sure it's nice and comfortable there. Starfish your hands. And your hands will be about where your chest is. So we're gonna draw up, and we can do a modified plank. So you can hold like this with your knees just drawn back a little bit. Draw in your core, so that would work. Or if you wanna go up to a full plank, you can just raise those hips up, make a nice level. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That might have made you shake a little bit. It did me. I could feel my body give it a little bit of shake with that one. That means I need to practice it more often, I think. All right. And then we're going to come down onto our bellies and place the kid coat. It's called Kid Cobra. Come down on our bellies and place our goat on our hind side again. And then we're just going to place our forearms on the mat. Maybe he's not the one to sit there very easily. I think he needs to be blown up somewhere. So, if you have a little more sturdy stuffed animal, we can just place him right here. And then enjoy a cobra for 5 breaths. So your forearms are going to be down on the mat. That's a nice little gentle back bend. Inhaling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. If you can get them set there, that's not so bad. All right. Then we can, go in a basket. That might be a little more challenging. Just go into a kid pose. So for the kid pose, what we're going to do is go into a child's pose. So we're going to sit back, folding your knees. Buttocks is going to go down toward the feet. And what we usually do for a child's pose is just rest our forehead on the mat. If we can't do that, we can stack our fists. If you enjoy a wide knee pose, but whatever it is, we still need to balance our goat on our back. So this counterbalances our back bend that we just did. But just allow those breaths to happen. Your arms can be right next to you. You can extend them all the way out for an extended child's pose. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then coming back up. There we go. And our next one, we're going to come and sit down on the mat. And this is called Billy Boat instead of, but it's a boat pose. And so what we're going to do is find our own comfortable boat, and then we're going to balance our stuffed animal either on our arm or maybe on our legs if it won't sit on our arms. This one at least has some legs that wrap down and around it, but if that's a problem, or if you're using the toilet paper roll, I don't know if that would stay there. So, if you want to put him out there, but for a boat pose, what we do is just place our heels on the mat. We're going to rock back into that nice little weeble wobble spot. And then you can put your stuffed animal up on your calves, or if you'd like, you can place them on your arm. If they'll stay there. And we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was losing it. And hopefully we earned another point. Then another one that we often do in yoga is Happy Baby, but this is Happy Billy. And what we're gonna do with Happy Billy is rock down onto our backs. And for a Happy Baby pose, what we do is draw our feet up toward the sky. And usually we take our peace finger signs or peace fingers with our toes and draw our feet up and apart. What they're asking you to do is to have them closer together, but I don't know if that's going to be comfortable, to be honest. So if you can balance your stuffed animal or your goat on one of your feet. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. And we have one final pose. And usually it's called Final Shavasana, but on this game it's called Hit the Hay. So what you're going to do is just lie down on your mat. And allow your shoulders to fall in. And your navel to drop toward the floor. Your hips to relax. And your feet just to fall off to the side. And here we're going to take 5 more nice deep breaths. And then when you're ready, we can come up to a seated position. And with very deepest gratitude, I'd like to thank you for playing a game with me today as part of our yoga practice. So I enjoyed it, and I hope you did too. Hopefully you got some laughter in, especially if you have some other family members that you can laugh with and maybe laugh at a little bit. But I truly, truly enjoyed being able to share my game with you. Wishing you peace in the mind, strength in the body, and health, and love in your heart. Namaste.